Welcome friends, in video number 3 for the steady state heat transfer problem on unit number 5. Here you need to focus mainly on the formulation of the element thermal stiffness matrix. Now this is a very important video. Once you are understanding this video in the right way, then you can be able to solve any type of the heat transfer problem on this unit number 5. So be patient, be attentive for this video. Let us move. Formulation of the element thermal stiffness matrix for the 1D steady state heat transfer problem. So we already knowing the differential equation for the heat transfer for the 1D. So that is K into d square T upon dx square plus Q is equal to 0. And this shape function T is equal to shape function N that multiplied by, that is the singular matrix of the your T temperature. So n is equal to n1 n2, and that n1 is equal to 1 minus xl and upon xl. So this shape function into the Cartesian coordinate system we are writing here 1 minus x upon l, and second term of a matrix is the x upon l multiplied by Tn, that is T1 and T2. Hence the temperature gradient dt upon dx. So this is the T, and here this is the T. So this is the T. So T is equal to 1 matrix of 1 minus x upon L term into xl into T1 T2. So that now the temperature gradient dt by dx. So dt by dx, so this one is the derivation of dt by dx of a shape function multiplied by this one. So that is the t term, and this t terms we have considered here. That is the t is equal to this parameters we put here, that is the n shape function. So now this one is the d by dx n1 upon n2. So here that one is the 1 minus x upon l, okay, and shape function is the x upon l. So these are the two terms are available into this shape function, So if we are derivating with respect to x, then we are getting this one is the this is cancelled. So x is equal, this is the x upon l. So derivative of 1 minus x upon l is equal to minus 1 upon l. Similarly here x upon l, the derivative of this x upon l is equal to 1 upon l. Hence if we have taken away this 1 upon l, then the matrix of minus 1 1 into my temperature matrix, this term is called as a B matrix. In a unit number 3 we understand the B matrix, importance of a B matrix. So B matrix multiplied by Tn matrix. So this one is the temperature gradient matrix. Now let us move on the next one, that is the error of approximation. So that is E of x. So E of x, that is the error of approximation, is equal to this one is my differential equation. This is my differential equation. That is the d by dx k into dt upon dx plus q. Now my weighing function w is equal to, because in a formulation of a heat transfer problem we need to convert my strong form into the weak form, and for that purpose we need to find out first of all the weights, and these weights we are finding very easily by using this formula. So this formula, that is the temperature formula, we are already defining, that is temperature is equal to shape function multiplied by T1, shape function multiplied by T2. So these values we are already knowing this one in a Cartesian coordinate system. Then we need to find out the W1 and W2. Now W1 and W2 means what? That is the dt upon dt1 and dt upon dt2. So what is that? What is that dt? When we are differentiating this t with a dt1 for the temperature 1, dt1, then we are getting that dt1, so dt upon dt1 is equal to, now this term is the t2, so this term is not available. When we are differentiating w1 dt by dt1, then there is no term of a dt1, so this is 0, this is 0. But when we are differentiating with this one, then the this constant term is remain, so this is the dt1 minus xl. Similar way, w2 is equal to dt upon dt2. So again the constant term, this term. Now is derivation, in this differentiation w2 is available, so w2 is equal to dt upon dt2 is equal to this term is 0, this term is 0, and this is the constant term, and this constant term is available here, that is the x upon l. So my dw1 upon dx. Now again, if I am differentiating this one with respect to x, because here the variables are x and l are available, so dw1 upon dx is equal to minus 1 upon l, and differentiation with respect to differentiation of w2 with respect to x is equal to 1 upon l. Now when we are differentiating, again this one is the 0, now this one is the x and 1 upon l, so again this one is to be 1 and 1 upon l is the remain, but this is the negative one. So when we are differentiating, you remember the differentiation process in the 12th and the later on classes. So dw1 upon dx is equal to, this is constant, so this not plays the important role, but this plays the important role, that minus term is come here, then x is 1, so 1 upon l, and dw2 upon this one, then the x upon l, so the x is 1, so 1 upon l, so this is the output of this one. So here we are finding the two things, that is the dt by dt1 and dw1 upon dx1. These two terms later on we are using into the our derivation. So don't be forget to remember to read this parameter. So this is important for us, as well as this is also important for us. So dw1, so w is equal to w1 w2 is equal to my matrix of the 1 minus x upon l upon x upon l. So dw1 upon dx is equal to, this is the output, now this output we have finding from this one. Now this is the one, this one minus 1 upon l and 1 upon l. So if I am considering this one, that is w1 upon w2, so this dw upon dwx is equal to this term come in picture. So the matrix form dw1 upon dx is equal to matrix form 1 upon l in singular matrix minus 1 1. Now according to the Galerkin method, we know that is w into error of approximation into dx is equal to 0. This is the rule, or this is the principle of the Galerkin method. So in the Galerkin method, whatever the strong form we have defining, that strong form is converted into a weak form. So this is the weak form, this is my weak form. For converting my strong form into the weak form, I need to use this formula. So what is this formula? This formula is integration of 0 to L weight function w multiplied by error of approximation function multiplied by dx is equal to 0. So this term is u, w is my u term, and approximation is my v term. So you knows very well, this is the uv, there are the two terms. So whenever we are integrating such type of the problems, that time we are using the integration by parts. So later on we are using that integration by part to solve this problem. Hence, now let us move on this one, that error of approximation we are writing w, we keep here w is equal to this w, then the error of approximation is equal to my differential equation, so error of approximation, so d by dx k dt by dx plus q into dx, that is equal to 0. Now this one, this term again be classified, this is the q is a constant term, again this one is the another term, while w, this is u, this is v, this is v, but this is the another term, this is the another term. So I make the some changes. So I keep this one integration of 0 to L. This k is constant, so k into w d by dx dt by dx multiplied by dx plus this q term multiplied by this w. So 0 to L w into q dx. So this term is the equation second. Now let us move by using a integration by parts. What is that formula? Integration by part. That integration by part is equal to u into dv is equal to u into dv is equal to uv minus integration of v into du. So u into d into v minus integration of v into du. So this is the integration by parts. You remember this one from the 12th standards. Now by using this one, this is my second term. So this is my second term. So there is I don't make this any changes into this second term, but in a first term there are the u and v, hence I am making the changes. So that u is my w and v is my k into dt by dx. So u and v 0 to L minus integration of 0 to L v, that is k into dt by dx multiplied by dv. So that dv sorry into du. So this is the du. So my du is w. So I am differentiating that d with respect to w, and just to maintain this w by dx, I manipulate this dx and dx values. So this is my integration by part. So this is my integration by part, and this one is my another term. This is my another term. Just to by perfectly manipulating this one, kw into dt by dx 0 to L minus 0 to L k into dw upon dw upon dx dt by dx into dx plus this is the another term. So that what I am getting, that kw dt by dx 0 to L. Now this one is the this term is a plus this one, while this term is a negative term. So this negative term I transfer here. I transfer to the right hand side, just to remove the negativity. So that is equal to integration of 0 to L k multiplied by dw upon dx dt by dx into dx. So this is my left hand side and this is my right hand side. So right hand side is equal to this k is constant, so it when is come away, come out from the integration of dw upon dx dt by dx into dx. Now dw by ax and dt by dx we are already calculating. So this dw by dx and dt by dx, so dt by this dw by dx is we are already calculated, and dt by dx also we have calculated first. So these are the formulas, these are the things. So we are putting these values, by putting these values, what we get, that is the k 1 upon L dw by dx is equal to 1 upon L minus 1 1 matrix of minus 1 1 multiplied by this dt by dx into 1 upon L matrix of minus 1 into 1 dt t1 by t2 into dx. Hence 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 what we get, that is equal to by integrating here the term is the integration, here the term of integration, that is equal to 0 to L k 0 to L, and this one is the dx. Now here we have seen there is a only L term is available. So this one is converted this term is converted multiplied by L, multiplied by L, and there is a manipulation of this one. So what is that? What is that? So 1 upon L, 1 upon L. So this is the 1 upon L square. This is the common term. This is the row. This is the row. That is, this matrix is the 1 2 row, row by column, 2 by 1, 2 by 1, 2 by 1. Now this one is that is the 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Since these two terms are the same one, hence the multiplication is possible. And finally we get the term 2 by 2 matrix, 2 rows and 2 column, because these one are the constant, these one are the constant. So by keeping this outside, k upon L square, k upon L square is a constant, k upon L square is a constant. So k upon L is constant, and multiplication of this one, multiplication of this one, this row multiplied by column, row multiplied by column. So this minus 1 minus 1, that is 1. Then 1 into 1, 1. So here we get that is 1 and minus 1, 1 and minus 1. So this one is the minus 1. Okay, so row multiplied by column, so row multiplied by column, row multiplied by column. Then the row, this is the minus 1, 1 multiplied by column. So whatever the answer we are getting, that we are writing here, and according to that this term is defining. So matrix of 1 minus 1 minus 1, 1 multiplied by t1 into t2 multiplied by t1 into t2 multiplied by t1 and t2, and integration of this dx from 0 to L. So 0 to L, that's why this L is available. So this L is available. So this is available. So this is equal to, now this L and this L is cancelled. So we are getting k upon L 1 minus 1 minus 1 1 t2 t1 by t2. So my right hand side is this one. Now let us move on the left hand side. So left hand side, the first term is the k into w dt by dx 0 to L. So k multiplied by dt by dx, that is the 1 minus xl upon x upon L into dt by ds 0 to L. By manipulating, that is the k into k is multiplied by this term, k multiplied by this term, and dt by dx, and this one is the k into x upon L dt by ds 0 to L, 0 to L. So what we get here, that is 0 0, then minus k dt by dx at x is equal to 0, and this one is the minus k dt by dx upon x, that the x is equal to L. So this term x is equal to 0, so that is the q1, and this one is the minus q2, this is the minus q2. So this one is the q1, because this term is a q1, minus k dt by dx is equal to k, and this one is the minus q2, minus q2. At xl there is a convection taken place, that's why this term is a minus q2. Similar way, the second term, that is the 0 to L integration of 0 to L w into q dx. So 0 to L integration of 0 to L q into w. Now w is equal to 1 minus xl upon x upon L into dx. So this one is the 1 minus xl into dx upon xl. Hence 0 to L 1 minus xl upon dx, this is the x upon L. Hence what we get finally, that is q, that 1 minus xl upon L integration of that. So this is the one. So x minus integration of x upon L, so x square upon 2 upon L. So x, that is the x square, then this 2 multiplied by L. Then here also, that is the integration of the x upon L is equal to x square upon 2 into L. So this term, and this one is the 0 to L. So q is equal to, by putting this value, this is the another terms are 0, but by putting L, so this is equal to L minus L square by 2L, L square by 2L, and here this term is equal to L square by 2L. Now here this L and this L is cancelled. So L minus L by 2 is equal to L minus 2. Here that is this L and this L is cancelled. So L by 2. So Q multiplied by L by 2, L by 2. So this is the matrix. So what we get, the first term, the right hand side, what we learn, that this is the right hand side, and rest, this is the right hand side. So this is the right hand side. So we are writing this one into a right hand side, KL T1 by T2, right hand side. Now the left hand side. Now to the left hand side, what we are getting, that is this is the left hand side, and the another term of a left hand side is this one, so that finally we are getting, actually this is the right hand side is equal to, just this one is to be, we are keeping in a reverse direction. So Qn minus Q2 plus Q into L by 2, second term of a matrix is L by 2. So that is K upon L, 1 minus 1 matrix into T1 by T2 is equal to these terms. Hence what we get, that is equal to this term is the same one. Only here we are manipulating this Q into L1. So Q1 plus Q upon L2 minus Q2 plus QL upon 2. So this is the term of a right hand side here. Hence what we get, K into this is my element stiffness matrix. This is my element stiffness matrix for the heat transfer 1D. So element stiffness matrix K into Tn is equal to Qn. This Qn is my heat flux. This is my heat flux. So finally I am getting my formulation of the element stiffness matrix for the 1D problem for heat transfer. For the heat transfer, K into Tn is equal to Qn. So that I feel we are understanding how to formulate a matrix. So here this video is only tougher, but once we are moving to the problem, then you find this very easy. But the manipulation of the terms, these terms are very important. So here we can understand that just to manipulate these terms, there is no difficulty. Here just this is the element, so there is a possibility of the assemblies we need to do. Once we are doing the assemblies we are already understand, but understanding this term is very important, because this one is the heat flux, for the by the conduction, and this one is your convection terms. These are the convection terms. So these convection terms are playing the very important role into a process. So hope you are understanding this formulation of element stiffness matrix for the 1D heat transfer problem. Thank you for watching.